if you take a look at the top decks of the format, right, we have Charizard, we have Giratina, we have Gardevoir, we have Mew EX, we have Miraidon, we have Lost Box, we have the Roaring Moon. All of them are very ability reliant, meaning surely that this card is just insane right now. And you can already tell by the title, it's Zeraora VMAX. Why should it be so good? Well, it has the reactive pulse attack. 2 lightning energy, 60 damage for each of your opponent's Pokemon in play that has an ability. So of course, as an attack that can do a lot of damage for very cheap. And it's also one that can take advantage of the formats that we're in. So it's truly a rogue card. Now, one problem with the Zeraora is it's a VMAX, and it can be very easily KO'd by like the Moon with its Frenzy Gouging, or Giratina with its Star Requiem. And to give us a leg up, we're also playing Toedscool EX in this deck. To use its protective mycelium. That's, I hope I got that right. I wonder what mycelium looks like. Oh god, that was a terrible joke. And what's strange is this deck also plays a Radiant Charizard. Now you're probably thinking, Sean, this looks like a bit of a pile. So how are you piecing this together? Yes, I know, it's an Arceus, but it fits it all together. It makes it work. But well and truly, it's all about the Zeraora VMAX. So how about we get in some games and see how we do? And a quick shout out to our sponsors, ptcgl store, where you can buy codes to bling out your decks using code FTW for 5% off. TCG Bulk, where you can buy and sell your bulk cards and whatnot. You can buy and sell collectible Pokemon cards live. And they're even giving you £10 off your first purchase using my special link. Links to all sponsors are in the description below, but for now, let's get going. Okay, playing a Miraidon deck, which is very, very ability heavy, not heaven. I'm not in heaven. I just want to clarify, I am not in heaven. Oh boy, would I love to be? Do I get rid of Arven here of all things, to be fair? Because I want to get a Bidoof down, but I also want to keep my Ultra Ball, maybe a boss if I need it. The Ultra Ball just gets me the Arceus next turn. So I think I'm just going to do this. Yeah, we'll get rid of the Arven there, and we'll throw that down and go for a Parcerino. Now, we are a bit, it can be problematic right now. If this is a peony build, then of course they can get themselves a Miraidon pretty quickly and easily. Charged up for a 220 on my Arceus, which you don't want to see, but there you go. All right, energy on the Raichu. That's very nice to see. They do research, and wow, their hand wasn't that great either. Don't know if I would have attached to the Raichu there, though, because if you found a generator and a Miraidon, then odds are you should be charging that up. 2 energy down. There is that Miraidon. Let's hope they don't get two generators. Now, the good thing is they played a research, so they can't PNE for 2, right? The odds of them finding generators now are quite low, at least after that. They could also have an S-Ball for a Squawk, and they could generate, they can dig, right? We know that, but it all depends on what they've got. There's no Squawk down. That's very nice. Seems like we might be getting away here. There's a generator. That said, if they do have 2 generators, it's kind of a wrap, but that's just the nature of the matchup. They get 2, and that's why they should have attached last turn, because they would have got a KO. So not last turn, before the research. Yeah, I think they're kind of realizing that now, because they did get rid of 2 lightning energy as well. So yeah, I think they made a little bit of a misplay, if you ask me. I'm just giving my heads. Oh, you're kidding me. Really? You give me the turbo. Fine. I'm guessing we're going to adjust Industrious Incisors before getting out the Arceus. Fine. Have it your way. Lost City, do you have much worth here? No, I think the boss has more power. That said, yeah, no, I'll hold on to the boss because obviously we KO a Mew right away here. So that's fine. That's really nice, actually. We're probably being exploded next turn if I'm going to really, gamble on that. So I'm just going to get myself a Zeraora here, like so. I could also judge them, but I don't need to do that. I could Arven. Oh, I could Arven and get a Box of Disaster and a Nest Ball or something because I haven't played a supporter card. And Box of Disaster would be very nice if they want it KO me. Yeah, let's try it out, man. Let's try it out. Let's throw Zeraora down. Let's play our Arven. We'll get a Nest Ball. And what are we getting with the Nest Ball here? Could get myself another Arceus, to be fair to you. I could do that. I'll tell you what. Where is my Sharon? I thought I played a Sharon in this deck. I guess I don't. Could also get Counter Catcher, actually. No, we're not going to need that. So I think Nest Ball is the right move to just get myself another Arceus down or even another Zeraora, to be fair. I might get another Zeraora, actually. Yeah. Okay, we'll do that. Get Box of Disaster. Get a Nest Ball here. Do I have 2 Zeraora in deck? I do, so I could give them 2 big Zeraoras that they're going to struggle with that can take one it KOs on them. So yeah, a bit greedy, I guess you could say. But that Box of Disaster definitely is going to come and help out in this one. That's there more for Gardevoir, if anything, but I guess it can help out in this one. If they Raichu one it KO me, then, that is kind of sorted. All right, so we'll get energy, like so, and we take 2 prize cards. All right, Zeraora, it's time for you to shine next turn. I'm assuming they're getting a KO here. If not, I can just get a boss KO on something else. So let's see how this goes. Now, they, of course, need just 1 on the Raichu, and one more in play, and that's 300 damage, which will be enough to take a KO. There's an Iono, which that's actually fine, to be fair to you. Honestly, increasing my odds of getting that Zeraora. There you go. Now, I'm starting to rethink this Radiant Charizard, right? It's looking like the game plan is going like this. It really looks like that it's Arceus until it gets KO'd, then it's Zeraora until it gets KO'd, and then you have another attacker to come up with. And 9 times out of 10, you're wanting another Zeraora, so you give them a big free prizer for the last one prize that they need to take, which is ideal for a free prizer in this format right now. It's like, okay, you've taken loads of KOs and stuff, you've burned your resources quite heavily. Now take out my big 320 HP Donny. Obviously, against Charizard, they're going to have a field day, but, you know, against some other decks, it's probably your best bet. So most of the times, you don't want to stick a Radiant Charizard up. So I am reconsidering this, and maybe you can go for another attacker. I did also originally have a 1-1 line of the Flying Pikachu, because let's say in this matchup, Flying Pikachu is brutal. Oh, they scooped? All right, okay, I see it. I see it. Seems as though we're playing a Chien-Pao again. Another deck that plays a ton of abilities and has some lightning weakness sprinkled in there, with the downside that they can very easily KO my Zeraoras, and that's going to be a real hard game to play. So now what's interesting is, look, we don't have an Arceus start, but we have Zeraora Energy, and really I only need to attach 2 energies, so I can just go attach, and I'm attacking, which means I'm not as reliant on the cheeky Arceus. So is this an Arceus deck? You're not as reliant as compared to other Arceus decks, where you have to get Arceus turn 1, otherwise you kind of struggle. So I like that. Either way, they're starting off pretty strong. The typical, you know, Shivery, Chill, Conceal cards play, and an energy attach pass most likely here. Nope, Ultra Ball as well. Seems like their hand is very nice. Get rid of a cross switcher. Okay, they've got to have a good hand to be doing that. They get rid of a Frigivac, so they get a Frigivac. They can get rid of one. They get one, you fraud. They throw it down, and I've got my Toedscool just chilling. Thankfully, for them, not for me, thankfully for them, I'm not playing the other Toedscruel, so there you go. You could also play that in. Maybe if you take the Radiant Charizard out, you could play that Toedscruel as well, just to give extra disruption, but, you know, that's that. The Vacuum's a bit stupid. The Judge seems quite nice. The Iono seems okay. The Arven seems all right. I think a Judge is probably better, hopefully to slow them down enough where they can't pull off any shenanigans, and we could just pop off. Okay, sure thing. Thank you very much. Let's get a Bidoof down, and from there, I'm going to throw an Arceus down as well, and we'll pass, because I can still go for a Requiem. So, not Requiem. Requiem. What is blood waffling about? I forgot the name of this V-Star power. Oh, well. Starbirth. That's it. Yeah, that's a completely different name. I don't even know how I muddled that up. I don't know. Listen, I don't understand English. I only understand for the Winnish. They get 2 energies with a Shivery Chill, and they Earthen Vessel. They're getting rid of a Manaphy and grabbing 2 more energy. So 4 energy in hand currently. Of course, great way of thinning the deck. There you go. Concealed cards. Must have judged them into a somewhat rough hand. That said, we're probably going to get rid of some energy here, I think. What are they doing here? They getting a backs? Nope, they're getting a Bidoof, so they clearly don't have it yet. That's good. So the Judge has done the job. I know their hand is like basically just all energy now. So there you go. They do get a KO though. There is that. I am not taking a KO as Zeraora as we currently stand. If they get Bax Caliber out, then yes, but currently no. So I might have to try get a boss KO on something like the Greninja or the Bidoof even. Actually, to be fair, I think taking out Bidoof makes more sense. So we have options. That said, I do need to get the boss play. I could also Trinity Charge, but I think going down 3 prizes, no, we don't want that. We really, oh, look at that top deck. Come off it. Right, that means we can definitely get a KO here. So we're going to try and hit him where it hurts. We get the counter catcher as well. All right, now we are talking, baby. So what do? Do I go for the Frigivacs? Again, their hand is just energy. If I go for Bidoof, it's not going to do much because they're going to draw more. So maybe I actually go for Frigivacs. That seems to make more sense to me. Also, Lost City, even better. So what we're going to do is we're going to get ourselves a Zeraora VMAX and an energy. That's literally all we're going to do. Do you know what? I'll tell you one card I'm now thinking about is Raihan. Raihan would have been kind of nice because if we get KO'd next turn, kind of in no man's land, aren't we? Well, either way, 180 damage on that Frigivacs, and we are cooking. Again, we know their hand is mostly energy. They are probably going to get Bax next turn, though, which is my biggest fear because of the main fact that they've just got a load of energy to find, to thin out their deck. They can conceal guards. I mean, not only are they drawing, they're also thinning, which is really, really going to increase the odds of them finding something like an Arida. So let's just hope. They did have a barrel in hand, so they can draw 1 before going for a conceal cards. But no, they're just going to conceal cards right away, which turns off that barrel, funnily enough. Well, doesn't turn it off, but they just can't draw any cards. Earthen Vessel as well. Oh, wow. They are just finding. Oh, they're failing it this time, actually. Makes sense. They want to Industrious Incisors first and then go for a Shivery Chill. But you never know. They might have whiffed it. There's a Shivery Chill. That's very telling. They failed that one. And they Hail Blade. That is so rough for them, but I'm taking it, mate. And I have a cheeky boss's orders, a Lost City. Oh, God, this is immaculate. Let's play a heavy ball here just to thin out. There's a Radiant Charizard, which actually might have use here, to be fair to you. A turbo plus energy for a turn could actually be good, so I'll throw that down. Why not? We're definitely bossing up this bad boy. And I'll be surprised if they don't scoop right now because they only have one Frigibax left in a discard pile and they have to rod it back. So it's a lot of extra work for them with very little reward. Oh, God, we're cooking. We're cooking. All right, let's get prize number 5. It's an Arven. Not too great, but that's fine. I'm actually considering going down to one Arven or even just cutting it because as many times where I find an Arven, I'm like, I don't really need ya. It's just kind of important for decks where I'm getting one hit KO'd with a Box of Disaster or I'm playing Charizard and I need the TM Devolution to help me out. You know, it's those kind of games where Arven's really strong, but other than that, it just kind of is a dead card. So maybe you can go to one, replace one Arven with a Raihan. That'd be a good idea, to be fair to you. Either way, there's an energy down. And we are hitting 240 straight, by the way, because I can just go for my max fist. I love fisting people to the max. Anyway, they're going to get a Pokestop down and they get rid of... well, there's an Iono gone in exchange for a Nest Ball. Did they rod yet? No, they haven't. So they're just going to get more... Okay, I don't even need to Max Fist now. They have enough abilities where I can just Oko. So that's fine. And there is that Hail Blade. I'm going to throw an energy now, I think, onto this Radiant Charizard because that actually makes it worthwhile. If they KO this, then I can actually come up with the Radiant Charizard. So, well, actually, no, if they do, I can come up with Charizard anyway, can't I? Yeah, no, we're fine. We're absolutely fine. Let's get Fire Energy on it, if anything. Well, funny enough, I am actually going to play Arven here, so there you go. I could also... Actually, I'm going to get Lost Vacuum, so I can get rid of that Pokestop. That's just even more disruptive. In fact, it makes sense for me to... How many rare candies have they played? None. So the Devolution play just is a dud. It's pointless, so I'm just going to get rid of my Devolution and get rid of that Pokestop so they don't dig even further. I'm going to throw this Arceus down just for an extra bit of draw here. It's fine at the end of the day. I think we have our attackers that we need. We'll burn this Nest Ball as well. I guess I could get another Bidoof down. Sure thing. Let's just fill out our board. All of them are kind of Greninja safe, so that's fine. I'm just going for a reactive pulse for 240 damage. Ah, yeah. This is what this Zeraora is about, man. It's like, oh, you want to play your abilities now? That's a shame. And the thing is, if they don't take out this Zeraora now, we have boss for game. Or if I can find myself that fire, that would be very strong too, because I could also just boss and KO. That's if they KO the Zeraora, which I don't think is going to happen. So I think we're fine. Meaning we probably just win here. There's a cross switcher though. They may be trying to stick up my Bibarel. No, they're going to stick up the Zard. Yeah, that's going to buy him a few turns actually, to be fair to her. But is it going to be enough? That's the question, because if I just start attaching to Zard here, then all I've really got to do is get this Zard ready to go. And if I can, then even if they take out Zeraora, I still have a giant Zard to take a KO on a 2-prizer. So, you know, it is that. Do they have an S4? A Shivery Chill. That's not very indicative of them having that. Do grab the 2 energy. I'm assuming they recover that energy with the rod. They go for a Concealed Cards. They're trying to find that Frigibax, and they Ultra Ball here, meaning they will have the Frigibax now. There you go. But that's their final Frigibax. So depending on their rod counts, if I take out this Frigibax or Baxcalibur whenever it comes out, then they might not be able to do anything. So let's see. There's an energy on Champal, and they pass. Do we get anything worthwhile? We get an Ultra Ball. I will take that any day of the week. I can burn this Heavy Ball. That's nice. I can evolve into you, and then I can Ultra Ball these 2 away, like so. Get myself another Bibarel. See? That's why I got the other Bidoof down. It gives us that extra little boost. And then we go for a Industrious Incisors. What would be the game killer is finding a way. I am going to throw you here, actually, because that puts pressure down. Finding a way, like an escape rope or something. You know what I mean? I can't get rid of this boss. I need this boss. So I'm just going to draw for 1. It's an Iono. No, that's going to help them more than me. That said, it could give me exactly what I need, which is a escape rope. Ah, God. I don't know. I really don't know. Yeah, this boss needs to stay true. The thing is, right, if they get Baxcalibur out, yeah, I'm going to enter, because if they get Baxcalibur out, they're going to have to Irida for it, which means they can't Gust unless they have another cross switcher play, which they don't. They are also down a counter catcher. They also been playing, 4 cross switches and 2 counter catcher are solo. However, they just have it in hand, so they could boss up my Zeraora this turn, assuming they even have that. I don't know, man. I mean, 4 cross switchers. Look, they got 4 of these bad boys. They got a counter catcher and a boss. I mean, it's possible, but that's a lot of space for gusting. So I don't know. They may be stuck in just having to KO the active, which will just win the game. And it seems like we might be be seeing that. My God, I swear, if you somehow get bloody boss's orders from this, I'm gonna be fuming. Industrious incisors. Pokestop. They retreat to Greninja, which, by the way, doesn't KO my VMAX, so there's that. And they Moonlight Shuriken. That is GG, because they hit the 90 on my Zeraora, which stays alive. They hit a 90 on Arceus, which also stays alive. And because they now have 4 Pokemon with play of an ability, I'm hitting 240 with my Zeraora. More than even what the Radiant Charizard could do there. We just retreat, we gust, and we reactive pulse for the KO. There is Zeraora doing exactly what it intended and just pulverizing those ability decks. I gotta hope we're going first. Here we are. Oh, we're going second. Lovely. We're playing against a Lost Box deck. Let's see what kind of Lost Box deck it is. It might be Tina, but it might not be. There's a switch, and it is a Tina. So here's the hoping they kind of flop a little bit. That's what I'm hoping for. Yep, there we go. Obviously not crazy flopping, but you know, it is what it is. Top deck on the Arceus, though. I'll take that any day of the bloody week, because I've had some pretty rough hands here. Arven, I'll get an Ultra Ball and I guess nothing else. I've also prized my Devolution, and we have the box here, so that was a pointless Arven. Oh well, is what it is. I'll tell you what, since playing this deck, it definitely feels like an Arceus pile. It really does sometimes. You know, you sit there and you're like, what is this hand? And then you get broken hands as well. Really is all over the gaff. There's a Comfy, and they get rid of a VIP pass, which is something they probably wanted the last turn. So hey, listen, we're both in the same boat, aren't we? Jet Energy coming in. Seems like they're going to go for an Abyss Seeking here. And here's the hoping that the top deck is actually discard fodder, because the Box of Disaster is pretty good in this matchup because of the obvious fact that if they take a no-call on my Arceus, they will take 8 damage counters, and that could be helped. That said, that does equal 260s from an Arceus attack, so it doesn't really do too much. Either way, it is what it is. God, yeah, maybe I get rid of the box, because that counter catch is going to be quite good for us. So I'm going to just go and grab myself an Arceus here, and we have the Jet. That's nice, a really nice bit there, so I can come in and pull off an attack and maybe go for a... I haven't played a support card yet, so I think I play a few copies of Judge in here. Yeah, there's a Judge. That's really nice. I'm going to go Judge Bibarel. I want to keep my consistency up for the time being. Disrupt them a little bit as well. That's kind of what we're looking at. So maybe I should have Bibarel first there. It's aight. We ain't going to get punished. See? Never punished. Just give me a load of ball search cards. Let's go for a Nest Ball. And I'm going to get Toedscruel down because of the obvious, right? We can stop the Star Requiem from doing any serious damage to our energy Pokemon. And I think I don't need to play that Ultra Ball, so I'm just going to go here. Wow, okay, that's nice. But I don't need to bench the Charizard just yet. Let's go for a Trinity Nova, and we will just get 2 energy onto the Zeraora for now, and we'll go from there, I think. I could also get an energy on Bibarel in case they try to stick me up. All right, yeah, sure. In case they really try and get techie with it. All right, let's just do this. Oh, I can't. You have to attach it to V's. All right, well, I'll put it on Zeraora because you can hit a 240 with it anyway, so sure thing. There's a Chorus coming in, and then go and get rid of 2 cards there. There is the Super Rod and the Basic Energy, and a Cramorant on the bench, plus some energy on the Giratina. They're just going to manually attach. That seems like what they're going for. And another Abyss Seeking in, and they're going to lose a Tina. That feels very rough, my friend. All right, we need to get Toedscruel out now because they're going to go for Lost Impact as we expect, and then they're going to try and Requiem. So we need to be sure that we are prepared for that. So I'm going to get rid of these 2, and we prize Toedscruel. Isn't it great? Isn't it great when you prize the card you need every game? I'm just going to get another Zeraora because I can accelerate to that. Do you know what? I'm going to throw Charizard down as well just for an extra bit of draw. And that is just... Here's to hoping... All right, let's Judge again. Here's to hoping that I get a Toedscruel from the prizes because it's going to get rough if we don't. But I think the Judge is also going to do us a solid. So I'm feeling pretty good right now. Let's just get an energy onto that Zeraora, and that's going to be fine enough. We can come up with Jet and hit 240 if we need to. That said, but yeah, maybe we do because they're only doing... How much abilities? Oh my god. Yeah, that's annoying. In terms of abilities, we're only doing 180 with a Zeraora, so 240 just makes more sense. And that's where it would have been nice to have that Box of Disaster, but no, I guess not. Jesus. In fact, they can Requiem now. Okay, that might actually be a smart move. Of course, it's only when I prize the Toedscruel is when I need it the most. It's just typical Pokemon, isn't it? God, Giratina V down. And they throw an energy on that Tina there. It's looking like we might get a Requiem coming our way next turn, which is super concerning for me. Now, I can get Zeraora VMAX and just hit a 240 on this and take those 2 prizes. We could do that, but how are we following up from that? That's what I'm worried about. Either way, we'll promote this this Zeraora for now. Oh, God, why did I have to prize my Toedscruel there and then? You know what I mean? It's just unfortunate. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to have to boss, which means we're going to give him a bigger hand this turn. But I think we evolve into this Zeraora. We throw a Jet down because that's a good attachment for turn. And we're just going to have to boss up that Giratina and just pray. I don't think there's much else we can do, really. I can come with Charizard next turn, obviously. But even then, we can't take out that Tina. So it's a little bit concerning. It's a little bit concerning. What can you do? Bear in mind, Tina is like one of the best decks out there. Granted, it is very hot and cold, I guess you could say, but you know, that's just that. All right, I don't know why I played that Evolution Incense. Actually, to be fair, no, I shouldn't have played it. There's a heavy ball, which is great, but oh my God, are you kidding me? My prizes are all Pokemon? Bloody hell, mate. Calm yourself. What on earth? Oh, it had the number and I forgot. Oh, I shuffled it. It's fine. But Toedscool EX is just pointless now. I'll be so annoyed now if I get it from the prize cards because it's just pointless. It doesn't need to. I don't need it now. They've gone for there. There it is. I could have used it the last turn. Jesus. It's just typical Pokemon. You can't blame it. Here's to hoping that they, for some reason, bench another V, because then maybe I can try and dig and get another boss KO, but I don't know. I don't know. That said, Lost Impact isn't getting a KO here, even if they had a choice belt. So we are actually avoiding a KO, which is kind of big if I really think about it. There's Roxanne. Of course, we're Roxanne safe, so it doesn't bother me so much, even if they path. So we're fine. In fact, there's a Judge ourselves. They do bench it. Ooh. Okay, now we're talking. Because if I get another Zeraora and get a boss, that would kind of be game. That's interesting. There's that path, but again, as I said, it really ain't all that. Wait, they Raccoon me? Hold on. Oh my God, yeah, they impacted last turn, didn't they? Oh my God, just strike me down, my friend. But it's not all over, okay? Listen, if you saw yesterday's video, you know that you got to play to your outs, all right? There's an Iono. We don't want that. We want a stadium counter. It ain't happening. Oh, there's the boss. There's a Toedscruel, which does nothing for us, but I guess it's going to come down now. And how do we survive? We don't. We can't. We have to boss and stick, but then they can retreat. It is looking bad. I think I know what I got to do. I've got to basically find myself a Zeraora VMAX. And if I Iono, it brings him down to 1, but I'm not going to find my Zeraora that way. A Judge. Oh, God, this is bad. I'm going to Judge. Just please, something. Come on. Just to make up for the bad luck. Oh, God. Yeah, that's as good as any GG, isn't it, really? I guess we just pass and see. I don't know. It's an absolute disaster, lad. There you go. That's just a GG. But honestly, I'm going to chalk that down to luck. We would not have been Rec Roomed. Actually, to be fair, they could have just pathed us and Rec Roomed. So I guess there's that. I feel like this video definitely showed off both sides of the coin when it comes to Zeraora VMAX. Obviously, that very quick scoop against Miraidon when they realized, uh-oh, I'm in trouble. That Chen Power where it really showed off what it's about of just dealing with the Pokemon because of how many abilities they play. We can just take very easy one-hit KOs on attackers. And at the end, where we kind of fell apart with Tina, obviously not only because of the fact that I prized Toedscruel, but because Tina is actually still kind of a rough matchup for someone like Zeraora anyway. So I think it really shows its positives and its negatives. So I don't need to go any further. So we're going to leave it there. Zeraora VMAX, really cool. And soon enough, we are going to check the other one that can also do pretty well with abilities. And that's Scizor, because I feel like Scizor is a very, very strong card that's being underutilized right now. Anyway, we're going to leave it there. Do you like it and enjoy? Please subscribe for more. And I will continue to hit my microphone. Bye-bye.